Saving one animal won't change the world, but surely the world will change for that one animal. This quote perfectly captures the heart of adoption. Every time someone chooses to adopt, they are giving a living being a second chance at life. Millions of animals in the United States enter shelters every year. Shockingly, many of them never find a forever home. Every adoption directly reduces this problem and gives an animal the chance to experience love, comfort, and safety. According to the Animals Count in 2023, more than 6.5 million animals enter U.S. shelters. That's millions of dogs and cats waiting, hoping for someone to give them a home. Think about that number for a moment. 6.5 million. Each one has its own personality, a story, a little spark of hope, and every single one of those animals could be saved by people making the choice to adopt. Today, I will discuss 3 main reasons why adoption should come before buying from breeders. First, the overpopulation and shelter problem. Second, the benefits pets, owners, and communities get from adoption. Third, the ethical and humane reasons to adopt. Let's start by looking at the challenges shelters face every year. Shelter overpopulation is a growing problem. Each year, millions of animals enter shelters, and sadly, many of them never find homes. Shelters struggle with overcrowding, limited resources, and the emotional stress of caring for so many animals. Imagine dozens of dogs in a room trying to find space to rest, or cats hiding in corners because the shelter is too full. It's just heartbreaking to even think about. Many animals, even healthy and friendly ones, may be killed simply because there aren't enough homes to take them in. That means a loving dog or cat could lose their life just because there aren't enough people willing to adopt. I once read about a cat named Milo, who spent over a year in the shelter. He was a healthy, playful, and sweet cat, but he was older than most adopters wanted. One day, a family finally adopted him, and his behavior completely changed. He became a confident, affectionate, and a happy cat. This story really struck me because it just shows how much adoption can transform a life. According to the Shelter Animals Count, U.S. shelters take in millions of dogs and cats yearly, and a significant portion remain unadopted. This shows that adopting a pet doesn't just give you a companion, it literally saves a life. When we adopt, we are helping shelters manage overcrowding and giving animals a real chance at happiness. Now that we understand the shelter problem, let's talk about how adoption benefits you as a pet owner. Adopting from shelters has many benefits. Adoption is not only life-saving, it's often the more practical choice. Adoption fees are typically lower than buying from breeders, and many shelters include vaccinations, spaying and neutering, and microchipping in the cost. In other words, when you adopt, you often get a healthy pet ready to become part of your family. Shelters offer pets of all ages, sizes, and breeds. Whether you want a playful kitten, or a gentle older cat, or a loyal adult dog, there's something for everyone. This variety means you can find the perfect match for your lifestyle. Personally, my cat Finn, I adopted from my local shelter. He was super shy at first and never wanted to come out. He would find all the corners in our house and hide. But with patience and love, and the more affectionate we became with him, he decided to open up, and look, he's on my lap now, becoming more affectionate. He follows me around the house, curls up on my leg when I'm working, and even wakes me up in the morning by tapping my hand for attention. We take lots of good naps together. He has brought more joy into my life than I could have ever imagined. I often think about what his life would be like if he had stayed in the shelter, or worse, if he has been killed. Adopting him didn't just save his life, it enriched mine in ways I never expected. According to smarter.com, adoption costs often include veterinary care that breeders may not provide, which makes adoption a smart and responsible financial choice as well. But beyond money, adoption gives you a sense of purpose. You know that by giving a home to an animal in need, you are actively making the world a kinder place. And the benefits go beyond the pet-owner relationship. Studies show that pets reduce stress, increase happiness, and even improve physical health. So when you adopt, you're not just saving a life, you're gaining a friend who positively impacts your own. Beyond the practical and personal benefits, adoption is also the right thing to do ethically. Adopting is the more ethical and humane choice. Choosing adoption is a way to show compassion. Every animal deserves a chance at a happy life, regardless of their past. Shelters give abandoned and surrendered animals that chance, and by adopting, we reduce the demand for overbreeding or puppy mill operations, which often keep animals in poor conditions. Buying from breeders can unintentionally support practices that prioritize profit over the well-being of animals. Adoption, on the other hand, supports shelters and humane societies working to reduce animal suffering. According to Best Friends Animal Society in 2024, if more people adopted instead of buying, many shelters could become no-kill shelters, meaning no healthy animals would ever be killed simply because there weren't enough homes. I like to think of it this way. Every time someone adopts, it's like telling that animal, you matter. You are loved. You belong. It's a small act that makes a huge difference. When we adopt, we are choosing compassion, responsibility, and community support. Every animal deserves a chance, and by adopting, we are directly giving them that chance. Today, we talked about why adoption should be prioritized over buying from breeders. First, shelters are overcrowded with millions of animals in need. Second, adoption gives benefits to both the owner and the pet. Third, adoption is ethical and a humane choice. Adopting a pet doesn't just change the life of that animal, it changes yours too. My cat taught me patience, unconditional love, and the joy of giving a second chance to someone who truly needed it. Every time someone chooses to adopt, they are saving a life, providing a home, and making a difference in their community. Adoption puts compassion first, and that is why it should always come before buying from breeders. Remember, saving one animal may not change the world, but it will change the world for that one animal. And sometimes that's all that matters.